one of the last breaks. Let's welcome Matt to the stage. I don't think we have, there's no council meeting today. No. We're done. I think, put your cell phones away. That was an announcement during break. And
continue donating to the paper.
Everyone on the girls' soccer team, please meet at the flagpole after break.
So I would like to respectfully ask whoever has been tearing down my posters to stop, please. It is not only incredibly insulting, but disrespectful as well. I haven't seen other people's posters being dismantled, but as a reminder, as a whole, please leave people's posters up. People put effort into those. Those are not just there for decoration. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Alex, and the one act play that I'm directing, one of the props that we're using is a radio. It's like a two-way radio. If anyone want to do
everything kind of boxing official. It doesn't have to be old-fashioned, but something that looks like very kind of official communication, but not just one like a household thing that you might ordinarily have that's kind of fancy. So, if anyone, if you think you might have something along those lines, you can talk to us. That'd be great.
Thank you.
Classics Honor Society meeting at lunch.
Today in the underworld, so see you there.
Work jobs. I was hoping that by the end of the year I wouldn't need to make any more announcements like this. Seniors, you need to be taking charge of your area too. You're supervisors. You're there for a reason. Garbage cans look absolutely disgusting and animals are getting to it. If it doesn't get taken care of soon, there will be punishments. Okay?
I could already see the fiery cloud that would soon consume the sky. I was so excited. I was jumping up and down, waiting for the go. I knew then that what would happen next would change my life forever, setting me on a path for greatness. And there would only be one thing: explosions. So let me give you guys some backstory. In the Vietnam War, the United States military decided to blast the Ho Chi Minh Trail in order to stop the transportation of weapons. The part that was blasted ran through the neighboring country of Laos, and about 2 million tons of cluster bombs were dropped. A large percentage of those have never gone off. So now the Lao government is trying its best, with minimal funding, to get rid of all these unexploded ordinances, or UXOs, so that innocent people will no longer be hurt. In the summer of 2012, I was given a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I had the chance to detonate one of these UXOs. With the help of a special volunteer team, they set me up with a remote that looked like a Wii controller, which was connected to a live bomb. They told me that I need to press 2 buttons at the same time or to set off the bomb. I couldn't wait to blow stuff up. As the volunteers gave me a countdown, I was so excited. I thought that I was in an action movie, that I was the villain, ready to blow up a city with no one to stop me. 5. I looked out into the distance where the bombs were. 4. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. 3. A chill went down my spine as I raised myself. 2. I went silent, concentrating hard on the task at hand. I grinned, and as the countdown got to 1, I pressed the buttons as hard as I could. Suddenly, a giant boom shattered the empty silence, and as my eyes saw what had happened, I felt only one thing: disappointment. A little bit of dirt was flying, and there was some smoke, but after 10 seconds, all was clear. I looked at my father and asked, "Is there more? Is that it?" I had expected a giant fiery mushroom cloud and everything with a half mile would turn to ashes. I rubbed my eyes, hoping that I wasn't seeing correctly. Sadness came over me, and my hopes and dreams of starting a career as a bombardier were destroyed. I sulked, even thinking of a parallel universe where the bomb could have been so awesome. I struggled to believe that the blast was so weak, and after I was done pouting, my father and I had a nice talk about my attitude. He was blown away by my ridiculous behavior, and told me I had to appreciate this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, that these bombs were over 40 years old. After this situation, I look back on my actions. I had unrealistic expectations, and because of them, I didn't have an explosive time. Having the opportunity of setting off a non-explosive ordnance is one few people are lucky enough to have. This event was truly the bomb, and from it, I learned to appreciate what was given to me.
As Kumar was saying, elections are tomorrow, B-Day, during tutorial time, so after second period. So this is tutorial in the morning. After second period, please go to your class meeting site and vote. It shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes, and then you can go if you have questions for any teachers. But please, at the beginning of tutorial, after second period tomorrow, go to your class meeting site to vote. Thank you. Oh, and prom was outstanding. Good job in organizing prom.
So we've had a huge response to the volunteer opportunity at the Big Sur Marathon. More than 40 people signed up online, and I have 32 permission slips all turned in on time. We can only take 28 people, so we'll figure out how the 4 who actually got both parts done, the online sign-up and the permission slips in, we'll figure out how to make it equitable and fair to figure out who gets to go. The rest of you who will still want to help, or who may still have permission slips, or who still want to help but haven't signed up at all in any way, we do need people on that Saturday during the day to help with registration for the 5K race. It's at the Monterey Conference Center. We need some adult volunteers on Friday during the day. Saturday, students could do it, Real Friends of York. And on Sunday, on race day, at Marathon Flat. So that's where the marathon race ends, but the 5K race begins. We need 10 people to help on that morning. And it's really early too, so if you wanted to do this just because it's really early, then here's your opportunity. We'll take 10 people to volunteer at that. So I'll be talking with the people who volunteered already. If there's anybody who signed up already with online and permission slip and would rather do the Marathon Flats 10K registration, you're through by about 8 in the morning. And let me know, and I can shift you over into that and make another spot for somebody down the coast. Second announcement has to do with finding a family for an international student for next year. I have one more bio I want to read. If you might be interested in hosting a student next year, please talk to me right away. This is from Sheza from Pakistan, and she would be in the 10th grade. She's 15. Sheza may be young. She's the youngest of 4 children in her family, but she has big dreams. She would like to become a fighter pilot or a neurosurgeon, but why stop there? She also dreams of maybe one day going to the Olympics, winning a gold medal, and traveling the world representing her country. There is no doubt she will be able to achieve many of her dreams. After all, her teachers describe her as an energetic and goal-oriented student. Sheza is looking forward to learning everything about American life and culture, as well as sharing her own culture. And that would be for an AFS student. Thanks.
Big thank you to everybody who attended and participated in Cafe Night on Friday night. Maddie and Emma did a bang-up job of organizing that event and cleaning up, so thank you to those two. We heard provocative poetry and essays. There was ukulele playing and classical Spanish guitar. And it takes quite a bit of courage to get up and read one's own material, so congratulations in particular to those people who read original works. Looking forward to seeing more people at next year's Cafe Night. Thanks.
All right, go to class.